Again, it's multiplication. So we're going to take the F problem and times it by the G problem. Okay, first of all, 8 times 2. That's 16. Now we have x to the 2/3 times x to the 3/5. And this goes back, even though we talked about this in lesson 5.5, it goes back to your 5.2 exponent rules. You need to know when to add these and when to subtract them. Don't think that during the test you can come up to me and say, do I add them? Do I multiply them? Because I won't answer that. That's something you already need to know. So we're going to add these when they're written side by side, one at a time. We keep the base. But now we need to add those. So to add those, we are going to get a common denominator. So 3 times what is 15? So we're going to multiply that top by 5, and we're going to get 10. And if you think about it, 10/15 is 2/3. Okay, 5 times what is 15? So we're going to multiply that by 3 and get 9. So now we're going to go 10/15 plus 9/15, and that will give us 19/15. And so that is our new exponent. It's a division problem, so set it up first. Your F being divided by your G. So again, 8 divided by 2 is 4. And the rule here is to subtract. So 2/3 take away 3/5. It's the same fraction, so it's going to be the same denominators. I'll just recopy what we already had. So 10/15 minus 9/15 will be 1/15. So that is our new exponent. Inverse, now this is lesson 5.6. Inverse, we flip around the x and y. So just switch them. Don't change them. Just reverse the process. However, in this one, we want the inverse equation, so we're going to flip-flop the letters. Remember I said sometimes it would be helpful if you rewrote it this way. And now we're going to solve for y. So we're going to keep this here. We're going to minus 2. And then most of you are going to divide by 1/2, which is fine, because that's the way your Algebra 1 teacher taught it. But this is not reduced. Do not give me this. This would not be the final answer. So there's a 1 right out front here, so we need to do 1x divided by 1/2. So 1 divided by 1/2 is actually 2, because remember we multiplied by the reciprocal. And then over here it's -2 divided by 1/2, which is the same as -2 times the reciprocal, which will be -4. Are these inverses of each other?